Going on. Let's get to it. YouTube, how you doing? Jeffrey, I am. Welcome to OK. Let's talk about it. Been a few days since our last conversation, so I wanted to touch bases with you. And I've noticed a lot of things going on YouTube. First of all, the surgery was a success. My voice is getting deeper. I still have stitches in my nose, but for the most part, we're gonna work it out. I feel well. I feel well enough to talk. When I go out in public, I need a mask. You know, I asked, "How are you doing?" And I say that because when you have time just to sit back and observe, watch things that's going on. Our government politics is already one way, and now we look into the space of entertainment. Entertainment is entertainment. I enjoy it. But then things get pushed too far sometimes. And it makes you wonder what's the solution to it? Well, first, the problem is most content you see, when people run out of ideas, they start reaching. Some of this content is very well produced, some of it is not. And for the entertainment value, however you make your content, continue to do it. Continue to do it. Strive, find your niche. But all the fake role playing, it's a trip out here. We're hearing conversations that we probably shouldn't discuss on the internet. And I'll say it like this. As we take our journey, we're watching bad parents. We're watching grown people make bad decisions. And yes, this is a platform for us to share and give knowledge to others, but give us a little real aspect on it all, right? Just give us something real. And when you involve kids, there's a certain threshold that you do not cross. And one thing that I've always learned is no matter where you are, no matter what you do, if you can't take your kids, you probably don't need to go or be a part of any of that. And with that being said, we're watching these mammies or mothers not really taking care of their kids, yelling at their kids, going off, speaking to them wrongly, putting hands on kids, and this is nothing new. But I'll say this too. We have to fault the fathers in this and the men that's in their lives also. Because they're making it look like, that I'm not even say people of color, but people in general, like that's cool to not take care of your kids or, not take care of your household or take care of your woman. You know what I mean? But you run into some content creators that like to run around, and I haven't seen a 50-year-old lady have a baby in a while, or just the bad nature. People not showing the aspect of who they really are. When people are out of touch with what's really going on, you start to see the cracks in them. As I said, instead of using your words, people act like they don't have educations, and it is very unattractive. And it makes me think: Are we there yet? This is where we are right now. We already have a clown as a president, but for his content creation, we compete with AI, and instead of being individuals, we are doing things that are making us all look crazy. And we're having conversations in front of viewers that some of us shouldn't be having conversations with. We as a people, we should have conversations within our home and then, discuss it and release it very respectively to the public in a way that's not disrespectful or in a way where it's not seeming needy or predatory. And it's crazy things going on. And when I seen a content creator put on prom dresses talking about they getting married. I just lost my mind. I just lost my mind. But that's how far people are going nowadays. It's amazing. But I can tell you this. I've seen it coming. I've seen it coming. You know, the Fair Use Act can give us a way to talk about things, and this is what we're going to do. I believe Tekashi 6ix9ine set the standards for how the internet is. That's all there is to it. Regardless of how that case went down, it was just a bunch of BS. It was something different, new, and exciting, I guess. And a lot of people faced indictments because loose lips sink ships. Conversations he had with a gang or family, whatever you want to call it, was released to the public, and he really wasn't from that. And again, I say that to say this. As the world is changing, as things go on, it's amazing how disrespect and basically the smoke and mirrors can get you more respect. Instead of actually finding a career, even if this YouTube thing is your career, instead of going about it in a way like you want a regular job and putting some forth a little bit of dedication to it, you know, people make up things and make this look very nasty and disgusting. But it also shows their work ethic. Again, this is what I think.
Gun out the backseat of the car.
16-year-old Charleston White took the stand and testified against his friend, Antoine Doolittle, who sat just a few feet from him and listened intently.
He pulled the hammer back on the gun.
Right. And then what happened?
He fired it.
Doolittle is accused of gunning down 34-year-old Michael Levy of Irving. Levy attempted to stop Doolittle, White, and two other teenagers accused of shoplifting 3 sports jackets and a baseball cap from an Arlington mall in September of 1991. Witnesses say Levy pounded on their windshield until the teens threw the jackets out the car window. Then Doolittle supposedly shot him in the back as Levy walked away. White repeated the conversation he says he had with Doolittle after the shooting.
He said, "Look, you shot him."
Well, what did he do?
Started laughing.
With that being on the internet, that type of thinking right there, now we have situations to where Yellow Beezy is just got locked up for something. Big Meech came home, right? That's supposed to be a celebration. Now the show is gone. No more, BMF on stars. No concert. It's like they threw smut on his name. But it all starts with the internet. All this, the YouTubes, the Instagrams, and all social platforms. Just word of mouth. The paperwork's out there. You decide what you want to. But word of mouth, talking where you're not supposed to talk. And now you had a Sauce Walker situation. He took a bullet. It's Say So P. He lost his life. R.I.P. to that man. And with him losing his life, Sauce is still getting to it, promoting. And the gentleman lost his life. But this is what I'm saying about that. Sauce Walker kept having interviews saying he's not going. He didn't go that day, but his homeboy lost his life, right? Okay. That's what I'm saying. It don't justify the means to me. Now, speaking to podcasts and friendships and speaking on things that shouldn't be discussed with a nation. The world is already intrigued with the gang situation. Let's say black culture, to the extent where you have these podcasters in LA, stating business, and then it's a lot of flu flammery, it's a lot of fluff involved in just talking, and not knowing that the people that are watching this, it sparks conversations, and that is a big federal indictment, on the neighborhoods. And I feel for them brothers. And again, somebody like Big U, somebody you hear about, somebody it's like an urban legend. And to see this man and what he's been through, and he's still around. Now this is happening over some conversations on the podcast. All right, cool. No, it's not cool. Who's really responsible for it? We are grown men and women. Whatever we say on here is going to be taken a certain way, correct? But you have entities that push certain propaganda, certain content, like the DJ Vlads, the Adam 22s, the DJ Academics who loves the cool and bootleg. Hey baby, y'all be cool. And with all this going on in the stratosphere, atmosphere, online, that gives them something to report and talk about. I think that's sad. But that's where we're at right now, right? Okay, for today only, a wooden Bluetooth pencil. $19.99. Order now. I'll send you two. $22.99. All right, with that being said, that's all I got for you. That's all I have. I didn't want to set this up in a way because it was on my mind. I wanted to hurry up and get it off my mind. Like, comment. Let me see how you feel. Yeah, comment and let me see how you feel about what's going on in the internet. There's bad mothers, there's bad fathers, there's PDFs, there's everything on here. Tell me what you think about that. Are you missing the reality? A good reality show is a good reality show. But a piece of your content creator in their life, I think we owe you all that. I think, that's easy, right? We got to do better. Take care of your health. Stay hydrated. Hey, man, Jeffy, I am. We talked about it. And you enjoy your day. Be safe. Yes, ma'am. Hit my cash out ASAP. We sent Misty back to tap dance school. She wants to be a dancer. Go, Misty. It's your birthday. Go, Misty.